What up, guys? Mad Vikings Toy Show. It's a boring, shitty Sunday, and I thought I would do a toy review. I haven't touched Transformers in a long time, and I've been sitting on some that should have been reviewed a long time ago. But considering that I'm cleaning out my toy room, trying to get my figures up on the wall and displayed correctly, I've been going through stuff and seeing things I should have posted a while ago. So I'm going to start with Combiner Wars. That's Cyclonus. Cyclonus is the combination of Bombshell, the Insecticon leader, and Skywarp from after the movie came out in '87 or whatever it was, and the Decepticons had been thoroughly beaten. They were floating around in space, and the dead weight, the injured Decepticons, were thrown out of Astro Train, and they were eventually picked up by Jesus, come on, by damn it. What's his name? What's his name? Not Galvatron. Well, they were picked up in space by that floating head, that giant transformer. I can't think of his goddamn name right now. From one of my earlier toy reviews, he's the biggest transformer in the series. And Bombshell and Skywarp were turned into two Cyclonuses, which becomes Galvatron's second in command, like Starscream was the Megatron. And of course, this one's a combiner, even though it's just it's a bullshit one, because as you can see there, that's the aerial bots, and there's two Stunticons down there on the bottom. But if I could find another figure like this in a lesser box, a more damaged box, I would open this up and review it, because this is a pretty badass figure, you gotta admit. I mean, the detail is pretty damn cool. So that's Cyclonus. This is Optimus, definitely a beefed up version. He's also part of the Combiner Wars, which I don't know why, because he's never formed anything. It's just another throwaway figure that they can get you to go spend some money on. But it is very, very good. It's a very detailed figure, beefy figure, bigger than the normal Optimus. And of course, that's what he looks like, transformed. And the same thing. It's just, this one's just a throwaway combiner, because like I said before, there's, what is that, aerial bots, and there's a Stunticon down there. You can add figures of these guys if you want to, Cyclonus and Optimus, but they're not actual combiners. True combiners, anyway. What we're going to move on to here now is the Combaticons. Durf. And this is Swindle out of the 5. And he's a Decepticon, obviously. And this one's usually my favorite. They always make him extra cool in my eyes. I mean, he's never really been that big, but I like the way he looks. And I do believe everyone comes with a comic book. And then that's what he looks like in robot form and vehicle. What I hate about these things, though, is they sell them so damn high. They're very pricey. I think they're $20. Well, $20 at Toys R Us. And this one's Brawl. There's another Combaticon. I do believe he's a leg piece. And he's an alright figure. Kind of limited what you can do with a dude that's a tank. And there's his robot form, tank form. Not a bad figure either. Yeah. This one's Vortex. I don't know, a little bit too much of the bright colors for my taste when you're supposed to be like a military vehicle. But I guess they were trying to make him stand out. And of course, he's a helicopter. My bad. There's his robot form. Pretty articulate. Oops. Chopper. Not a bad figure either, but not one of my favorites. Blast Off. Not a bad figure either. He's pretty cool. But I'd rank him up there with like any of the other flying Decepticons. He just isn't as big. But you know, they stick to the robot form, to the originals, but you know, as I guess technology progressed, they can make these figures a lot better. I had these as a kid, the Generation 1s, and they were pretty limited on what you could do with them. This one's probably the closest form to what the original looked like. But, like I said, that's the arms and leg pieces. I know I've showed this in a past video, but this is who he goes to. Onslaught, that's the leader. It's pretty, I'd say it's pretty close to the original, the G1. It's just the colors are a little bit different, but the form and the robot body is definitely the same. Except it's obviously, like I said before, more joints, making it, you know, more articulate, more things you can do with it. It basically looked like this back in the day, but just two guns, and it was more of like a troop carrier. But it's a good figure. It's a good set. I'm gonna put these away, and like I said, probably in 20, 30 years, crack them open, check the internet, see how much they're worth. I figured this might be something interesting for you.
17.
This is actually the birth of the Combaticons.
I know you're in here somewhere.
Starscream goes rogue, and he steals a bunch of Decepticon Spark, outlaw Decepticon Spark from a holding cell, and then he steals Energon. He's already been outcast at this point. Megatron was going to kill him, and he wound up on this deserted World War II base island out in the Pacific, and of course found all these vehicles that were still semi-intact, and he basically gave birth to them. And they were basically supposed to become his hired assassins, and they were going to take out Megatron so he could lead the Decepticons. And it worked out for a little bit until they got tired of his shit, and they eventually turned on Starscream and just ended up joining Megatron. But yeah, that, who knew a Decepticon? That one sounded pretty gay, right? Alright, we got one more. These are, oh yeah, and sorry, I forgot to say, when these all form together, they form Bruticus. That's Bruticus. I left that part out by accident. The classic G1 figure. Next up, we got the Protectobots. This is First Aid. These are also original G1 figures. They just came about in like season 2 or 3. And First Aid, of course, was yeah, he was an ambulance, I believe. No, he was a fire rescue truck. That's right. Yeah. And that's his vehicle mode and his figure mode. Figure mode isn't bad. If they could have just gotten rid of the front end of the vehicle, so you don't see the tires and that hanging over the back of his head, he's a pretty decent figure. He looks pretty cool. Not bad. This one, I looked on this one on the internet just the other night, man. They want $80 for this thing. And I will say, these were very hard. I found all of them. I found the entire set at one Toys R Us, about 50 miles from my house. And I just lucked out that day, and they had the entire set. And I never saw them again. But I was looking for them because I'm missing some. I don't know, from other sets of different combiners. And I'm missing them. I'm looking up for the prices for them to just buy them online. And they want ridiculous money for these things. These things just came out in the last year. Like I said, this sells for about $80. It's a big beefy figure and shit, but I don't know, man. they're really pushing it. And this is Rook. I really, honestly don't know what the hell he's supposed to be. I don't believe there was a Rook in the original Generation 1. It was basically the Protectobots were. I believe there was a cop car. The leader's, of course, a fire truck. There was an actual fire engine. There was a helicopter. God, I should look that up on my Kindle right now. But this character did not exist. This is a new character. If there was a Rook by name, I do not remember that at all. Streetwise, yeah, that was the cop. The cop car, anyway. So I have that right. I still have that much functional brain left. And like this is a good figure too. You don't see the front end of it hanging over him, which is cool. I don't know how flexible and what you can do with them once you take him out of the package. But he looks semi-decent, semi-bendable. Not a bad figure. This one was very... Well, it's not... Like I said, I found them all in one set, but this one was like the one lots of people had problems finding. And he sells for about 80 to $100 too. Just now on the internet. And I don't remember him being called Blades in the TV show, but what do I know? But they seem to have a lot of molds of this type of helicopter, and they just use it over and over and over and over again. But the heads match the original characters or figures anyway. And that's his robot mode, vehicle mode. Now where's their big daddy? Here we go. And Hotspot. That is definitely his name from Generation 1. And he kind of looked like this, except this is a bigger, better, badder version. Like I said, he was a fire truck. I know these guys actually kicked a lot of ass. I can pull up video. And they basically just kicked the shit out of the Combaticons in one episode. I think they killed them. But when they're formed together, as you can see, that's Defensor. But when I go online, they show a 6th Protectobot, and he's a motorcycle. And they want about $40 to $60 for him. But as you can see, there's no motorcycle here. I don't know if it's like a Chinese knockoff that they're selling and they're trying to trick people or what, but I don't know. I'm compelled almost by it, but it's obviously not a part of the set. But I've seen so much cool shit on the internet recently. It's just, it's kind of hard to pass. I don't want to say where I just found a good source for some really good figures, but I'm going to keep that a secret. Well, I looked some shit up real quick, and couldn't find the making or the birth of the Protectobots, but this is close enough. And lo and behold, what do you know? See, there's an ambulance, fire truck, cop car, motorcycle. So I'm wrong. Maybe they're making the motorcycle just to stick closest to the original G1s, but he's not a part of the actual set. This is some video some jabroni made. I don't even remember any of this. They had their own base. I do not remember that. Very Voltron-esque right here. I'm sure you people are like, what the hell's Voltron? There's Bruticus, the figure I just reviewed. The Decepticon version. Oh shit. Somebody just lost their damn arm. And you can't tell me, man, kids today do not get shows like this. I don't even know that there are cartoons on TV anymore that kids watch. I mean, this is epic. This was blowing my mind when I was like 8, 9 years old. Me and my brother would get up at freaking 6 a.m. just to watch this shit. Well, that was on Saturday. It came on every day at like 8 or 9 in the morning for school, but I'm trying to remember half of this stuff, but protect the humans while I just get blown to bits. But oh well. Oh wait, oh, here we go, before I cut that off. Oh shit! They killed Bruticus. That's not the way I remember Bruticus dying. He died on Cybertron, but what do I know, I guess. But if you like what you saw, leave a comment, subscribe, come back for more. I've got stuff coming in the mail. I'm just still waiting on it. Did I say like? Like to? I don't know. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.